Hello everybody and welcome back to Hearts of Iron, where we are currently pushing through the last remnants of the Asian front over here. Things are actually going fantastically. So we've just about taken over the Korean peninsula here, and it looks like that's actually basically done. So that is wonderful. I'm very pleased to see that. And we are pushing our way in over here, no problem whatsoever. It looks like we have pocketed a couple of units here, and I would like to see those go away. So I'm going to drop a nuke on each of those and then tell these guys, come on in. We're just going to divide these tanks about like that. Excellent. They do have a victory point there, so they have some amount of supply flow, but yeah, that's about what I expected. Fantastic. In terms of the air war, we appear to have won. Beautiful. I'm extremely pleased to see this. We'll drop a nuke here just to guarantee that we defeat this force. And there we go. Okay, we were seeing an attack failure over here. We're definitely seeing one here, and they're all coming from right here. So I'm definitely going to nuke this area. Just get that done. Perfect. We're just going to continue to push in here. Yep, these guys are stack wiped. I would love to nuke right here, but instead, what we're going to do is we're going to push for an encirclement here. We're going to move these guys to here, these guys to here. Excellent. So we're going to try to encircle these and just stack wipe them the old-fashioned way. We don't have any sort of... Wow, look at this manpower. We don't have any sort of air superiority over here at this exact moment. Actually, yeah, we're just not performing the mission, I guess. Fair enough. That's fine. I'm okay with an encirclement here, since we can just do it. This is potentially a very ambitious push in here. However, this is a lot of units right here, and we can nuke them. We're also going to nuke along here because I'd love to widen this corridor a bit. So we're going to look to do that. Okay. The Hui Republic just capitulated. Well, now. I don't think we need to really alter anything here. We'll see what ends up panning out. Kaboom. So we're basically at our push line here, right? So we should delete this push line and kind of create a new one. And I want that to be, actually, let's see here. Are these guys part of the American Union? They are. Okay, good to know. So we're going to do an offensive line, I think, somewhere around here. Like that. That's going to be what we're going to look to do. Excellent. And we'll set these guys to aggressively attack. Get in there. Since we've apparently got some manpower to spare right now. Not for long, though, if I had to guess. Actually, all of these are full right now. I mean, we did get a big manpower bump from, I think, the Hui Republic capitulating there or something. So, cool. I'm fine with this. How's our garrisons doing? Just fine. Okay, let's double check other locations. Make sure we haven't had any... Ooh. This is the kind of thing that I wanted to double check for. Just these two units. Okay, they are heading off elsewhere. How do we want to handle this? Well, we don't have anyone coast guarding down this way, right? So we should probably... What are you part of? You're part of the South African Coast Guard. Let's include this as part of the South African Coast Guard. So all of this up over here. Like Liberia and heading over like so. Yeah, like that. So in theory, troops should come up here. We'll see if it happens. We'll also see about doing something like this. We definitely see there's a number of troops over here. Did they rebel or did they invade? Where are they from? Senegal. This must be a rebellion. That's the only thing I can figure. Okay. For now, I'm going to have these two tank units come on up here. I'm going to split them off into their own unit, and I'm going to tell them, just get up here and see about chasing these guys back. Okay. So up they come. That will delay their arrival on the Asian front, but honestly, I think that's fine. I don't think that we're running into any major issues here, so that is glorious. As far as this over here goes, there's quite a lot of enemy troops here. It looks like they have decided to reshape the line like this. I'm okay with that. These guys are attempting to break out, and that I'm less okay with. We do have reinforcements on the way. I'm going to move these guys in, though. And we're going to delay them by doing this. We are actually winning that fight. Surprisingly. That is actually very surprising. And now they're going to be stack wiped. Get in there. Excellent. They have no supplies, and we have an infantry unit. That infantry unit can be moved into this army here. These guys have actually taken this over, and so what we're going to do is we're going to delete this. We're going to tell these guys to frontline here. And their mission, they've basically pushed where I wanted them to, but their mission is going to be to offensive line, perhaps something like to this river. Like that. However, this is not, in fact, the front line I want them to have. So we're going to frontline them to be, using the frontline tool, we're going to frontline them to be right here. And once again, their goal is going to be to offensive line to this river. Like that. And they can go ahead and begin executing that. Excellent. We have reinforcements on the way up. And that is wonderful. These guys are finally stack wiping, and they are out of here. Perfect. So that's going to redirect a lot of troops back to this front line here. We're backing off here, that's fine. I would not mind... Actually, we have some unassigned divisions here. I'm going to toss this one into the South African Coast Guard. We do need to deal with this situation, of course, and let's see what exactly is going on here. It looks like Ivory Coast might be on the job. Yeah, it looks like Ivory Coast is on the job, hopefully. Okay, that sounds great to me. Otherwise, we will continue to press in over this way. And the question is... After the autosave, anyway. The question is, how exactly do we want to do this? Well, first off, I want to drop nukes in these locations here. Reason being, we're losing this fight, and I don't necessarily want to. Okay. So we'll do something like that. Excellent. The Asian front is absolutely collapsing, and let's check in on our air situation here. We should definitely queue up some anti-air guns over here. Wonderful. Air bases? Air bases. Sounds good. We may lose this one, but that's fine. In fact, I'm going to queue that up, but at the bottom. There we go. Low priority on that one. I don't want to waste time working on that, if at all possible. And then low priority as well, we're going to max out infrastructure over here. Naturally. Perfect. So we'll get those constructions underway. I'm also interested in dropping some nukes in some of these locations. They have some decent troop concentrations, and that is great. So we'll do something like that. We're winning this fight here. This fight we're losing, and they're in mountains, so that kind of makes sense. We'll drop a nuke to aid that. Perfect. I don't like how thin this corridor is. I absolutely want to take these three and start attacking here. And we're going to drop a second nuke to make sure that this happens. Beautiful. Okay, so we'll widen that corridor out a bit. And actually, that is going to island these guys. I didn't even consider that, but that's amazing. I'm super happy about that. They're bringing in reinforcements. I'm going to nuke from down here. And I'm going to do it again. What are those losses like? They have breached 50 million. They're starting to take higher losses than we are on this offensive, and that is great. I'm super happy about that one. So we're going to arrive here, and then we're going to look to stack wipe these guys up here and shorten this line dramatically. Sadly, their reinforcements got there before we did. We're going to continue nuking over here because I feel like it's necessary. Look at all these troops that are right here. I'm very okay with this. Perfect. Now they're trying to break out. No surprise there. An infantry division that can be sent over to here. Okay, what do we got going on over here right now? Not a whole lot. Okay. Sounds good. Looks like these guys have already been wiped. Or, they're not technically wiped right now, but they will be very shortly. There we go. Now we just need to overrun them, which I believe that we will. We have an additional 2 infantry units here. We're going to just toss those there, and then this one to here. Excellent. So our tanks are arriving up here. Beautiful. And yeah, it looks like we have this fairly well under control. I hope. We are seeing some losses over here. We're going to drop a nuke to shore that up. Also, I would love to cut off this arm right here. So we're going to do exactly that. We're going to push in here and here. These 3 tanks, push in here. These 4 infantry, push in here. Excellent. I'm even going to drop another nuke here and here in both of these locations. And I'm going to nuke their reinforcements that are on the way. Perfect. I would like you to delay them if you can. We're just trying to delay. Okay, you can stop. Beautiful. I think we get there in time. I do want to back off this front line a little bit. Like, back to here for right now. There we go. Perfect. So all of these can now be told, head on in. Head on in. All of you guys, get in here. We're going to nuke this just to make it go a little easier. Looks like they have decent supply flow up here. Okay, these guys are retreating. Sounds good. Excellent. So this should be taken care of at this time. Got some good pincers into some big stack wipes. That's what I like to see right now. Okay. How are things going over in Africa? Looks like they're heading north. That's not shocking to me. There's only so much that they can do over here. Where are these guys? They're still on their way. Okay. For now, we're just going to redo this order a bit. About like so. Okay. Republic of Mengjiang just capitulated. I love it. Okay. How much are we gaining per month now? 70K. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. So we're going to continue to push in here. We do expect all of these to stack wipe. There's a nice overrun. And there's the stack wipes. Beautiful. There's very little they can do now. Now, you can see here we are having some garrison issues. We need to get ourselves some additional manpower from one of our client states, and so we shall. Are you one of them? Yeah, but you wouldn't do it. Okay. Maybe these guys up here. Nope. Maybe these guys. Nope. These would. Excellent. They gave us over 1 million manpower. Okay, that'll keep us going for a while on the old garrison front. We should be expecting the rebellion zone to rebel soon. That's going to be a thing. Okay. Well, we're arriving up this way. And we are getting ourselves some territory over this way. So that's great. We're pressing in over here, and this will all get freed up. Perfect. How's this border? We're going to go ahead and back off the front line, actually from these guys. By 1 tile. There we go. Perfect. Okay. We're doing a lot of repositioning right now, and we'll start our attack after that's done. But we have made fantastic progress over here. These guys will also be heading on in soon enough. And it looks like we have troops on the way up here. Very nice. That is 7 American divisions. Okay. 7 American divisions. So we're going to move these guys over to... Let's see. It would have to be, like, this airbase here, right? Actually, Guinea will work. We'll fly them on over. We'll get ourselves the air superiority over here. I hope. We'll see what they've got. Nothing right now. Well, I think these guys haven't deployed just yet. We do have this tank brigade that we'll toss in over here. Wonderful. Because the Americans are definitely landing a lot of units over here. And we need to handle that. How are we doing in Australia anyway? I haven't looked at that. We're doing pretty well in Australia. Fantastic. Air war over here. Feels like these guys have not done anything just yet. They may still be arriving. May take some time for them to get set up or something. Because they're definitely not doing their air mission right now. That I told them to do. Come on, guys. Go ahead and launch. Any moment now. Yeah, so we kind of need you guys to launch. One of these days. There we go. So we currently have no air superiority. These guys are not actually fighting currently. Yeah, they haven't launched yet. Hopefully they will soon. We're going to bump this up to 600. There we go. And they'll recover eventually, I hope. But we're getting pushed back here by the American units. We need to get this air superiority, and quickly. Any moment now, air superiority. Like, we're going to have to back them off. Okay. Yeah. So they're just not launching at this time. Hopefully they will soon. We do need to handle this, and in order to do so, we do have these 2 tank units. What I really want to do is just get the air superiority over here so that we can wipe them out that way. That would be the ideal way, I think, for us to handle it. However, this rebellion has happened. We're not shocked. This happens quite regularly. And we're just going to do something kind of like that. That should solve the problem. Excellent. And you can see over here, there's a big ol' invasion force up here that the Americans have managed to land. And I think this was just a rebellion over here. I really do. I mean, we don't have naval supremacy over here. We do have naval supremacy here, though, which means they would have had to pass through that. So they couldn't have done a naval invasion, right? That's not something they could have done. They would have had to have a rebellion here. And I think that's what happened. I really wish it would give us notifications when that happened, though. I really, really do. So, I mean, as far as this goes... Hello, pause menu. As far as this goes, we're going to need to do something about this, and we're going to have to scrape together a response. And I think the answer is that we'll do something like this. This isn't going to be a great response, I don't think. But get over here, and we will offensive line, like, over to here for right now. And then for these troops over here, I'm going to move them into a new army as well. And we're just going to have them, for right now, frontline here. And they are going to offensive line up to here, if they can. Okay. What we really need, though, right now is air superiority over North Africa. And in order to do that, I'm going to move this unit up to, like, here in Granada. We'll have them come out over this way. And then this unit is going to come up to Granada as well. And they're going to go over North Africa. Okay. Like that. So we're going to need to make our way over. It will take time. And the Americans are going to grab a lot of territory here. There's no doubt about it. These divisions are not assigned, and we're going to assign them over here. This is Australia. We're making some progress in Australia, and that is great. Lebanon has capitulated. No surprise there. And we're just going to continue to push through over here. But yeah, this is going to be very necessary to get our troops over here. How are we doing air-wise in these regions? We do have active fighters over here, but no air superiority. Okay. I'm a little confused by that. The Republic of Mali just joined the American Union. Where are they? Ah, okay. This is actually somewhat convenient for us, in a way. We are going to need to select this force and delete this front line and create a new one here. This isn't a unified front line? Oh, you know why? Because they have joined the Union, but they haven't actually been invited to the war yet. That's why. Okay. Sounds fine. As far as air superiority over here goes, it looks solid. We are going to need, I think, to have some strategic bombers over here. So we're going to want to bring some of those over. Let's see what we've got. We're not currently doing any strategic bombing over here because we don't have the air supremacy. So these guys could, in theory, be rebased up over to, say, here. And they should have range for sub-Saharan Africa, which we now can see has air superiority. So that is fantastic. We're sending them on over, and we are going to immediately begin nukage on these American units. Sierra Leone joined as well. Okay. This is fine. We'll respond to this and not really have any problems, I don't think. These guys can execute their attacks once they're ready to. And we can begin our nukage at least over here. So we can do some of this. That'll be just fine. It is, however, time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. And next episode, we are going to start pushing in against this American incursion in Africa. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and I will see you all next time. 121k manpower. Wow.